international cricket from Lambourne games. On the forums, there was a thread by someone who had recently got a cricket game or a couple of cricket games, but didn't know much about the game. I plan to do a little bit of a demo of international cricket. Now, this is fairly deep simulation, but if I can go through things a little bit by little bit, hopefully that helps people understand the sport a little bit better, and also have a look at what a great game this international cricket is. Now, I probably played not as many tests as many others on the boards. I probably played about 13 or 14 tests. But once you get a rhythm to the game, it works pretty well. The cricket game is a game that can be played with test matches, and those are matches where teams bat twice. They have two innings, and it's over 5 days. Now, obviously, a team can win before the fifth day, but if they don't win or no one wins through 5 days, it is in a draw. So the test match takes 30 hours of gameplay in real life, and there is what is called 90 overs a day. It takes 6 hours pretty much to play a day. Sometimes if they don't finish the allotted amount of overs in a day, they will have to go for an extra half an hour or so just to complete it. So it is a test. It's a test of the player's abilities and the player's stamina. A one-day international is basically a match that is completed within a day. That still takes about 7 hours, and there are 50 overs per side. What an over is 6 deliveries or six times the bowler bowls per over. So 6 balls per over, and then 50 times that. So generally 300 balls per inning. So just one innings in a one-day international per team. The first team would score a certain amount of runs and set the second team who bats second the amount of runs to chase down. Once the second team gets past the score of the first team, then the second team would win. If the first team scores more runs than the second team in the allotted 50 overs, the first team would win. So it's pretty easy like that. I'll go through some examples of all that in the future. A lot of you will know how to play the game anyway, but we'll just go through international cricket step by step, I think. The player cards, and I've got the 10 test nations there. There's 2 more test nations, Afghanistan and Ireland. They're quite new to test status, so they probably don't have enough tests to card them as of yet, hopefully in the future. I'm currently living in Australia. There's the Australian team there, but you can see there's New Zealand, Bangladesh. That's a bit harder to read on that background. I think you can read it a bit better on that. These are all PDFs, so this is not directly from the game company. From their printing, it's just my printing from my printer. Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, South Africa, and England. Now, these cards are based on the test match record, so the 5-day record of the players involved. But you can also use these cards to play one-day internationals. Currently, the game does not have 2020 rules, but there are some rules out there for people who have come up with their own rules to be able to simulate 2020 play with international cricket, 2020 being 20 overs only per team of 6 balls per over. So obviously that's a lot shorter. In real life, that takes probably about 3.5 hours. Each portrayal of the game, test match, one-day internationals and 2020s, has different tactics and different scoring rates and different amounts of action. Obviously, a test match, you'll need to be a little bit more conservative in your approach, because if you go all out, you may score very quickly, but you'll lose your wickets quickly, and the other team will then go out and play conservatively and most likely pass you quite easily. So there's different levels of aggression involved, but we'll go through all that as we go along. So just quickly, That's international cricket. This is the player cards. We'll explain what these cards mean very shortly as we go through.